Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For everyone that's joining me here today, again, anybody that's new here, my name is Olympia. I go by Oly, and you can find me at mommy.love.to-knit on Instagram, and you can also find me as Cherished Stitch by Oly, which is the page for my bag making business that I have, and I will share that information here on the bottom. Welcome to episode 6. Can you believe it? We're already on episode 6. I feel like we just started this podcasting journey. And yeah, I just want to thank you for joining me here today. I know there's many different podcasts that you can watch and that are available out there. So I thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. Today is October 20th, and yeah, here we are. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump right to it, right? So first of all, what am I wearing? I'm wearing my latest finished project, which I will put a picture here, but I will also stand up so that you can see it. And this is the Rizzo Tee. And let me get my notebook where I have my notes. This is by Claire Jackson. Okay, I knit the size 39 and I use US 4 needles to knit this. I use the yarn from Hobby Lobby that I had in my stash for a while. And this yarn is called Chloe, the line. This is the tag of what it looks like. But the colorway was, let me see the tag here. Breezy Sunrise is the colorway. You can even see it. Breezy Sunrise. And yeah, so here it is. I know I talked about this tee last time that I had two different lot numbers. One was giving a more of a pink tint, and another one was giving a more of a blue tint. So let me stand up so that you can see what I am talking about. So as you can see, this top portion is the yarn that I use that had the more of the pinkish tint to it. And the bottom portion was the portion that was giving more of a blue tint. You can't really like tell like big time, but you can see a little bit of a difference when you see it uh like at a glance. It's not, I guess it's a little bit noticeable, but then again it isn't, if it makes sense. Anyways, it's done. I am done with it. For the sleeves and for the collar, I used this leftover yarn that I had from Lion Brand in this like light pink color. Other than that, yeah, that's it with the sweater. I did have a little bit of yarn left over that I am considering on adding to the bottom just to give it a little bit more length. I wanted to save it for this beanie that I wanted to do. Oh, let me show you guys. This is how much I have left over. So I stopped where the directions told me to stop, basically. And I was thinking maybe I can use this for this hat. And it's the Alaska beanie that has this beautiful like sunset background, and then it has these trees in black. It looks beautiful. I'll see if I can put a picture here. But I'm deciding that I think what I'm going to end up doing with this is I'm just going to add more length to it, because the way this top was constructed, I feel like it's constantly like coming up on me, and I'm constantly like pulling it down, and it is like a little bit, cropped. So I think that's just what I'm going to end up doing for the leftovers because of of that, right? So the second finished project is my test knit that I was doing. I finally finished it. I focused just like I told you guys last time I would, and I got it done. And here it is. This is the test knit that I just finished is the Azalea Sweater, and this is by Knits by Giselle. I used US 6 needles, and I did the extra large size. Um, and I used the Lion brand yarn, Fisherman's Wool. And this is what it looks like. Let me show you the sleeves. The sleeves are like a little bit of like a balloon style sleeve, but this is a beautiful sweater. And that's how it is on both sides. Has all these cabling and pattern to it. And I used this opportunity. I would have put a picture of what this looks like on me. I didn't put it on today because I'm quite hot with this as it is, and this other one is 100% wool. So I used the opportunity since I was going to be using the Lion brand Fisherman Wool, and this is in the natural color. I decided to join a knit along that had just started at that time that I was knitting it. And this knit along is being hosted by Grace from the podcast Knit and Grace. And it's her Lion brand knit along that she's doing. And it's the LBFW Cal. And yeah, I decided to go ahead and join that knit along. So my project is done and I am super happy with it. I know I said I wasn't going to be testing for a while, but you're going to see that that's not the case. We'll get into that a little bit later. Not only that, but I decided to cast on several new projects. Let's just say that I'm going through a season of wanting to join knit alongs. I'm just being very inspired by knit alongs and I'm enjoying it. I just feel like knit alongs can be very fun, especially if like you're on Discord and chatting and sharing your progress, which is something that's happening in some of these knit alongs that I've joined. So let's get into all the knit alongs I've gotten myself into. The first ones that I'm going to be talking about are knit alongs that are being hosted by my friends from Rose Opal Knit, Erica and Daphne. Hi, ladies. They are hosting several knit alongs, and I've been very influenced by them. And I have joined 2 of their knit alongs. The first one here is the Back to Blankets and Sweaters knit along that they're doing. And that one started in September 1st. I think that's when I started this sweater. I'm not too positive. I might have started it afterwards. And it's going all the way to December 31st. And this first sweater that I'm doing is the brick sweater, which I showed you guys last time. And the brick sweater is by Claire Lee. And the yarn that I'm using here is the Cleo from Yarn Bee. And this color is the pick of the bunch. And it's this like beautiful rainbowish fall-like colors. Not like a bright rainbow, but it's more like of a muted one. And I was striping it. I wanted to do a stripy sweater. I was striping it with this Must Be Merino yarn from Yarn Bee, also from Hobby Lobby, in like this cream color. And And this is what it's looking like. So right there where you see that yellow marker, that's where I was last time I showed it to you guys. Then I did another white stripe, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm not really enjoying having to knit a couple of rows and then do a stripe, because I was having situations where I was knitting past the rows that I was knitting before I changed color. And I decided, you know what? I think I'm just gonna do it solid. I don't want to have to be thinking about, are you almost ready to switch color? I just want it to be an easy breezy knit. So I decided to just continue in the plain um, pick of the bunch color and not stripe it. So I had seen someone who had done a stripy sweater that had the stripes up to like the area where you separated for sleeves. And then the sleeves, they did them all striped as well. And the rest of the body was just plain. And I thought it looked really nice. So that's kind of what we're going for. I don't know if I'll end up striping the sleeves. We'll see what happens. But as far as the body, I decided not to continue with the stripes. And this is what the body is looking like. So I'm already like halfway, I would say, done with the body. So it's such a nice sweater, such a nice yarn. It's super warm. This is the same type of yarn I'm using. It's 70% wool and like 30% viscose, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I'm barely on my second ball. So this is what the second ball looks like. So it's quite a lot. I think I have 5 balls of this. So I'm definitely thinking that I'm going to have leftover, and I think it would just look super awesome to do that same hat that I want to do in this color, in this colorway. So yeah, that's my first knit along project. My second knit along project is also a knit along that I'm participating from Rose Opal Knits. And this knit along is the Caitlin Hunter Boylan Knitworks year-long knit along. And this is a knit along that started back in February and is going all the way to February 15, I believe, of 2024. And the last time I showed you guys this, I was almost done with the second lace repeat. So right there. So I have finished the lace repeat, and now I'm basically going to be just working on the body in this rich, deep blue color. I haven't really worked much on it because I decided to cast on other things and participate in another knit along. But also because I'm kind of torn and undecided. The pattern has 2 of the lace repeats, but I'm kind of undecided if I want to do another lace repeat or not. If I want to just continue just with the blue or do another lace repeat and then continue with the body. So that's why it's kind of been like on the side. Plus, I have until February to figure it out. So, yeah, that one's kind of been on the side a little bit. All right, we're moving through these. The ladies from Rose Opal Knits have a Discord group. So, they're constantly sharing. People are sharing their projects. I know they have other knit along going on. So feel free to check them out and join their Discord group. I feel like it's so fun to be like in this environment. That's why I'm really enjoying the knit alongs, because I'm seeing everybody else's projects. And I feel like it kind of like motivates me, especially when we're like on Discord and people are sharing stuff or asking questions. So yeah, it's been pretty fun. And that top by Caitlin Hunter, I am doing the large size for it. And if you want to learn a little bit more of the yarns that I've been using, you can watch my last podcast. I think I go into detail on that. Let's move on to the next knit along. I told you guys, I've been very influenced. So the next two, not one, okay, I didn't start one of these tops, I started two. Why? Because I wanted to do it in an orange color, but then I also had just gotten a black color yarn and I thought this top would look really cute in black, and I need to have something in black because I don't have anything in black. So I cast it on two. And this is the Ranunculus by Midori Hiroshi, which I know you've heard about this pattern because it's very popular. But Amber of the Lovely Yarn podcast and Katie and Diana from the Fruitful Hands are co-hosting a Ranunculus knit along. Okay, and I decided to cast two of them. The first one here is in this beautiful bag from my shop. And this is the orange one. I just separated for the body, so I just need to knit my body. This is what it's looking like. And I'm using this beautiful yarn. This is how much I have left of this ball. And this is a yarn by Hobby Lobby. As you know, I get a lot of my yarn from there, especially these last couple of years. And this is Yarn Bee DK. This is an all acrylic yarn, and it's been nice to work with it. Right? So that's the first one. This one I'm knitting it, I'm making the size 8. And yeah, the next one here is my black one. Oh, you okay, Zoe? My cat is just taking a nap next to my bag, so looks like I bothered her a bit. Anyways, this next one here is the black one. Now I'm getting close to separate for the sleeves, and I was knitting on it this morning, putting some markers, when I realized that something was off. Careful, Zoe. So I have way more stitches than I should have. For this one, I'm making it one size bigger. So I'm making the size 9. And I'm also using a DK yarn from Yarn Bee in black. So I was knitting on it, basically done with the yoke. Kind of hard to see. Okay. Okay, there you go. You can see a little bit more. Okay. I'm basically done with the yoke design, and I needed to place markers, and I realized something was off. So at that moment, I didn't have the cables for me to try it on and see if it was going to be a big deal or not. So I just set it to the side. And my plan with that is to put it on some longer cables, try it on, see if it's going to be a big deal, if it's too big up here in the yoke, and we will move on from there. Either I will rip back until I have the correct amount of stitches, which I'm thinking I'm going to have to basically start over. But we will see. I will keep you guys updated. And yeah, those are the two tops that I am knitting. And the last thing that I cast on for another knit along, my cat is getting into some things over here. Sorry, she's moving my camera. Okay, so the last knit along that I joined is thanks to Chevy Rail from the Chevy Rail podcast. She is doing a knit along where she encourages you to just dive deep into your stash and find the yarn that is the one that you've had the longest for a project that you've had set aside for and you just don't seem to pick up. And that's exactly what I did. I've had this yarn and I've bought this pattern probably since like 2019, if not later than that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and double check because I had just checked when I bought the pattern. That's exactly when I bought the yarn as well. And this is in the Wool of the Andes from Knit Picks, and this is in a sport weight. And it's beautiful, beautiful. I don't know why I haven't casted this on. I fell in love with this yarn color. It's just like a raspberry color. It's called Fairy Tale. It is lovely. No wonder they called it Fairy Tale. But I just love this color and I think it's going to look beautiful. And I've had this yarn for years and I already had it set aside for this sweater. And the sweater that I am knitting, and I had this yarn set aside for many years for this sweater. Had bought the pattern and everything. And this is the Salem Sweater by Tristan Molina of Dragon Horde Designs. And I'm going to put a picture here of what it looks like so that you can see. And I casted it on. I don't have much done yet. I'm going to start working on the raglan increases. And this one I have it in my cheetah print zipper bag that I think it just like goes perfect. Like this bag was made for this project. I almost had the color right inside. Anyways, so I cast it on. I have a little bit of the neck done, and this sweater it's basically plain all over except the sleeves. It has like this middle section going down both sleeves that has like cabling and bobbles. Now, I don't know if I haven't casted on this sweater because I was intimidated by bobbles and always hearing how people hated bobbles. And that might have been a reason why I didn't cast it on. But I casted it on and I did my first repeat of the cabling and my first set of bobbles, and it wasn't so bad. But I will get back to you guys and let you guys know how it goes as I continue to knit. So this is what it's looking like here. I don't know if you can see the cabling, and then it has the two little nubs, the little bobbles there. And that's for one sleeve. And this is for the second sleeve here. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I wish I could work on this a little bit more. And I have a cute little stitch marker that my friend Rosie gave me, which is a little cute teal heart that goes perfect with this project. And yeah, this is the last project that I have here for a knit along. The following is an old whip that I've had hibernating for a while because I ran out of yarn and the store that I bought this at, which was Joann's, discontinued the yarn, and that was that. I found the yarn on Amazon and for the longest I just did not bother to get it. I was like super disappointed. I already had sleeves done, most of the body done. I just needed to join the sleeves and the body because this is worked bottom up. And I finally decided, you know what? Buy the yarn, finish the sweater. It's almost done. And that's what I did. But unfortunately, there is a bit of a color difference. You can't really distinguish it in person, but on the camera, it's going to pick it up right away. So let me show you guys. Can you see? This little avocado in this marker is where I was. So I joined the body and I started using the new ball of yarn. Can you see? Oh, I am so bummed about this, especially because the camera picks it up like super well. Like I said, in person, it's very hard to tell, but on the camera, you can spot it right away, probably from a mile away. But the only reason why I am continuing to do this is because, as you can see in the picture, it's going to have this big, wide collar, right? That's going to fold down. And I feel like that might hide some of this, except for the sleeves. And then I talked to my husband about it. It's a sweater for him. And he's like, you know what? I don't really care about that. I can't really tell. So I say you finish it. So that's the reason why I'm finishing. Especially because this is the second time I knit this sweater. The first time I knit this pattern, I did it in a green wool yarn from Knit Picks, and my husband did not like it because he was very uncomfortable in wool. And I was fairly new to knitting back then. Excuse me, let me drink some water. I was fairly new to knitting back then that I didn't stop and think that not everybody liked wool yarn or could tolerate it. So this time around, I'm doing a yarn that's mostly acrylic. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and he seems to tolerate that better. But yeah, that's the sad story of the brownstone. I'm just going to go for it and finish it and cross my fingers that the yarn bleeds a little bit and everything looks nice and smooth. When do you ever hear someone wanting the yarn to bleed a little bit, lose a little bit of color? Never, except this time. Just because I was so excited to finish this, and it makes me bummed about it. Keep you guys updated and we will see how this goes. All right, let's move on to the next project. Okay. Let me show you my socks before I talk about oh my goodness, I'm eating my hair. Before I talk about my other sweater. Okay. I'm just going to quickly show you guys this pair of socks. This is the Morning Walk socks by Kay Litton, the Crazy Sock Lady. This is what it looks like. And I'm just basically done with the repeats for the foot. I am going to start working on the cuff now. So yeah, I worked on a couple rows. That's about it. And that's that. The other thing that I just started this Wednesday, was some dishcloths, because as you guys know, I teach a class at the library, and I decided to teach them how to do a dishcloth because I thought, hey, if they want to do something easy, something quick for the holidays to give as presents, I think this would be a perfect project. So I started a dishcloth. I think this is a grandma's favorite dishcloth, my favorite one. And I started one in that color. And I also found a pattern for crochet, just a simple crochet dishcloth. I'll put the information here below because I don't remember the name off the top of my head. And this is what it's looking like. So yeah, 2 new dishcloths that I started. And I was also participating in the dishcloth knit along that was going on. I think it's a year-long thing. I'll put the information here because I don't remember. I want to say her name's Stacy, but I think that's wrong. I'll put her information here for her podcast and her knit along. Okay, the very last thing here is a secret test knit that I am doing. I know. I said I was going to do test knits no more. Well, not no more, but for a while. And girl, I saw a pretty pattern and someone asking for testers, and I applied and got in. So this is a design that I am testing for a well-known designer. I have tested for her before. I have done several of her patterns, and I'm very familiar with her style of pattern writing, and I enjoy her patterns. So I decided, hey, why not? And oh, hi Dex. Hi, buddy. Oh, goodness gracious. Why can't you be like your sister? Huh? Why can't you be like your sister who's just relaxing on the side of the bed, sleeping? You always want to come out on camera. Oh no, my yarn and your nails do not go together. Anyways, this is Dexter. I'm sure he's appeared on my podcast. He tends to come around when I am recording. But this test knit that I'm doing is a secret test knit. He doesn't really want us to share much about it. So I will share the yarn I'm using, and I will share that this is a cardigan, which also has cables. I feel like I'm in a cable kick since I did this last test knit. So yeah, let me show you guys what I'm using. And I have it here in my kitty bag. Like my kitty bag, Dexter? Can we find a Dexter in here? Not a full black one, huh? Yeah. He's so sweet, but he can be a mean one too. Anyways. Okay. Oh, no. Let's not jump back on the bed. I'm going to move my camera. Let's set you down. Okay. So, this test knit, I am using this yarn for it. Showing true to color. Oh, goodness. Dexter. He just wants to get his way. I'm using this yarn by Lion Brand. It's the Wool Ease. It's the same yarn I'm using for my husband's sweater. And this is in the color Succulent. This is the yarn I'm using for this secret test knit. And I've basically done the top of the shoulder part, and I have knit a little bit of the back. I am working on knitting the front sides. I think I have the right side done, and right now I'm working on the left. So once I have those at the specific length that I need, then I will join everything to work on the body in the round. This is for a cardigan, so there's a lot of purling. I don't really mind. But yeah, that's about it that I can show you. I can't really show you the design, but she did post a picture on her page when she called for testers. And this pattern that I am testing is for Joji Locatelli. I'm sure you guys have heard of her. She's fairly popular, and in both the English and Spanish community. So yeah, I'm testing a pattern for her. Can't wait to share with you guys what this is looking like. I think she kind of wants to keep it as a secret knit because there's some new techniques that she's using that I believe she hasn't used before in her patterns. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and respect what she is asking, and yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. Other than that, guys, that is it. Um, I will go a little bit into my life if you want to hear about my life. If not, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share my video. It all helps. And let's move on. Life update. So, last time I shared it to you guys that um, I was going to get a procedure on my leg for some vein issues that I was having. So I had that surgical procedure. Everything went good. I had a little bit of pain left over for about maybe 2 weeks, and little by little, it's getting better. I am definitely using my compression leggings, really, because I have to do a lot more full coverage, and yeah, it's been helping a lot. I feel like I'm not going to be sharing so much about my health because I feel like every time I'm recording, it's like something else health wise is going on. Um, what can I say? It's kind of been like that all my life. I always have something going on. Just the other day, I don't know what happened. I tweaked my back, and there might be bigger issues with that, with my upper back. You guys have heard the issues I've had and procedures I had done recently. So I'm struggling with that now, but I don't want this to be like uh, life update every time that I'm giving you guys a life update. It's always like, oh, now this is what's going on with me. Now this over here and that over there. So we're just going to keep it to a bare minimum. I don't want you guys to come to drama scene of what's wrong with Oly now. But anyways, that went great. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers, your comments. I just wanted to share with you guys that um, came out good. I am doing well. I've been enjoying my kids, enjoying all the field trips we're going on together, and just enjoying this season. I know it's been a very busy season for me, and I haven't had a chance to like work on more updates for my bags. There's still a lot of bags available with some fall prints, and I'm currently working on some more in a different style of the same prints, but I haven't had a chance to really work on any more like newer prints, and that's okay. I feel like I'm in a very busy season in life, and I don't want to overwhelm myself and stress myself out because I haven't made another bag in a different print, right? I know there's a lot of lovely podcasts and businesses out there, and I thank you guys for supporting me. As soon as I do get a chance, I will continue to work to keep growing my business and also enjoying my kids, during this season and my family. Other than that, I'm continuing with the classes in the library. Like I said, this time we're learning on how to do some dishcloth, and our knitting group keeps growing. Our knit meetups is also growing a bit. We have new people that come. So little by little, we're getting there. Other than that, I mean, there's not much going on. I do have an event that I'm going to be attending, a fair, a yarn fair. It's a new fair they're doing this year here in Southern California. It's the SoCal Fiber Fair, and it's going to be happening in November 18th and 19th. And my friend Rosie and I decided to go check it out. So we will be going on November 18th. So if anybody that is watching my podcast lives in California and finds themselves over there, feel free to say hi. I can't wait to go check it out. Even if I don't like go specifically for buying, I'm gonna see if I can find something that I like. But if I don't, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I just want to go and have a good time with my friend and check out all these businesses. Other than that, that's really the only thing that's happening event wise in November, other than, holidays is coming, Thanksgiving for us here in the USA. My birthday is right around Thanksgiving. My birthday's on the 24th, and my daughter's birthday is on the 25th. So we have a lot of uh, birthday celebrations and things happening next month. Uh, yeah, other than that, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching me and spending some time here with me. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos, and I'd love to hear where you're watching me from. Please comment, say hi, and feel free to follow me on my Instagram pages. Anyways, guys, that is it. Thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe if you like my video. Comment, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Any little thing helps to support my channel. And yeah, thank you for sharing some time here with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful time, wonderful season right now that the holidays are starting to roll in. I hope that you find some time to relax and unwind and enjoy your craft, whatever it is that it may be. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye.